Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Happy True Parents Day. Did you enjoy? It was so amazing to see our children coming and offering these fruit baskets and flowers they made. And always holidays are so close to me. I really love observing holidays in our church. And even if it is in the church or in home, it's always bringing us very, very close to God. This early morning also, 8 o'clock, we had a beautiful ceremony. It was really good music, and we sang together and really offered to God and true parents whatever we have, and with our grateful heart towards them. But actually, many of our sisters started preparing for that holiday offering table yesterday around 9 o'clock they started. All throughout the day they were preparing. Everyone so happy, and that's the way when we are preparing something to offer to God, it gives us a lot of energy. And I want to thank also our Sunday school teachers who really invested themselves for passing that tradition to our children, spending their time and encourage them why we are doing this and what are we doing this. Then by doing, they are inheriting that tradition of going back to God and really expressing our gratitude and gratefulness towards God and true parents. I want to thank all of our sisters and our teachers and our musicians and everyone who helped. Also, our Uncle Graham really need a big shout, and he was here also from this morning. And actually, I was earlier this week for a couple of days. I was in Las Vegas attending our national leadership conference with all the district representatives and some pastors, as well as the whole headquarter team with Dr. Balcom, Dr. Kim, Dr. Jenkins, and Demian, and Koichi, and so many, everyone who are leading the ministry, national ministry. They were there to hear from what is happening in the fields. And this time, I really felt there was a great sense of unity. We were all really focused on one thing: how we can bring victory in this country, and then how we can help other countries to be victorious. And actually the main theme was tribal messiahship, and we all gave a presentation from every district, and also major provincial organizations gave presentations about what they are doing. Everything was focused with a focus of tribal messiahship, how we can be victorious in tribal messiahship and witnessing. That was the main thing. And I felt that Dr. Kim and Dr. Balcom always sitting in the front, listening to us and actively asking us, what can we do? How can we support you to be victorious in the field? They know that we are doing, and not only we, all around the country, each and every churches, even though some churches are very big, some churches are small, but no matter what's the size, no matter where we are, everyone focusing on that one single goal: how can be victorious in tribal messiahship, and headquarters is totally there to support us. Me and Raymond attended together, and we all felt, and not only we, all other pastors we talked, we all felt a lot of support and a lot of unity, and I felt we can be really victorious this time. And this is what God is looking for. And I want to thank our headquarter team for putting up this great program, and let us thank them. Actually, one presentation was, I was so interested in that. Our Bay Area Family Church Pastor Kevin Thompson gave a presentation about how he is balancing his life and his pastoring the church. And more than that, another part of the presentation, he talked about one program he had 2 weeks before in his church. He did a ceremony called Tribal Messiahship Rededication Ceremony. And then almost 100 people gathered, and then they all committed to the cause of tribal messiahship. And then they wrote down the names of people who they are working with, and then they submitted that to God and true parents, and then they all received a declaration form, a certificate saying that we are going to be committed to this cause, and we are going to make God victorious. We are going to make true parents victorious. And I felt, oh, that's so phenomenal. And that's amazing. Let's do that also. And so I was really moved by that. And another thing in the very beginning, I was very moved was Dr. Kim started his speech by asking all of us one question. What is the real essence of divine principle? And he asked to everyone. Then we all gave many, many answers. Some of us said true parents. Some said God. And some said providence. And so many different answers. And one person, I think not only one person, several people said give and receive action. And then I felt all the answers were right. But Dr. Kim mentioned its relationship. Give and receive action. Actually, everything is relationship. He mentioned the key essence. The essence of divine principle is relationship. And then he mentioned that the restoring, the entire providence is about the restoration of relationship. And I felt that was truly fascinating. Also, I felt when we look into that in details, we can see that it's all about restoring relationship with God and human beings, and the relationship, restoring the relationship between human beings, among human beings, and it's again restoring the relationship between human beings and nature, human beings and other creation. That's all about the entire divine principle. That's what divine principle is always talking about. And when we see that, it's in detail, it's explaining when is it happening, how we lost that relationship, how God is trying all throughout the entire providential history to restore that relationship. And even now, how true parents are trying to restore that relationship. How Jesus tried to restore those relationships. That's what all about. And I felt that that's exactly true. In our life also, we are trying to restore relationship. And once we are able to do that, everything is done. That's what God is looking for in this music. Imagine, we talk about a time there is no countries, no religion, and where everyone living together in harmony. Everyone has equal value. Everyone has equal rights. And that is the hope of God. That's what God wants to create. And that's why God is trying all throughout the ages. That's what divine principles is revealing to us. And one thing we always heard in the early times, Father asked everyone to go back to their hometowns to do home church activities. And many of us, probably not me, I was in the church that time. Probably many of you went back to your hometowns. And I met one of our pastors there in that Las Vegas meeting. He talked to me about the incident he was asked by that time. Then he took it literally and went back to his hometown. Pastor Gary Abrahams, maybe some of you know him. And he went back to his hometown and he started pioneering his own hometown where he born, where he grew up, where he went to school, where he did everything. And I think probably some of you also did that. And Father was asking us to go back to our hometowns and build God-centered relationship with families and individuals who live in that town. And so in some of the, if you read that today's Hunduke and later passages, it talk about, it's not only the exact hometowns. Father says, if you are not able to go to hometown, try to restore your country. Try to restore your nation. Try to restore the world. And no matter what you are trying to restore, here we are trying to restore and trying to build God-centered relationship with people who live in that area, people who live in that country, people who live there, the individuals and families live there. We are trying to restore that God-centered relationship. And here in this today's reading, we heard that. What is it called? Being a Messiah. Here we saw in that reading. It's actually in Chonsang-gyong book 9, chapter 2, talking about tribal messiahship and home church activities. Here it says that, why do we have the term tribal messiah? The Messiah is in the position of parents. Now, unless one become a subject partner of true love, the term parents does not apply. Here it is simply saying that the Messiah means be a parent to the people who we are connected to. When we go back to our hometown, or when we go back to work with the people who we know in the past, Father is simply asking us to be a parent for that people who we are connected to. And really be a representative of true parents. And really be a representative of God and then give their love to them. Here again in that reading, we saw that parental love is like a live call. Even though it may diminish, it's there. Several times we can see many other kinds of love in this world is totally gone. It's totally misunderstood. But still, the parental love, at least little bit, it's there. And once it is shared, it can become a powerhouse. It can generate a lot of energy. And that's the way Father is asking us. Be a person who is parent to your community, parent to your tribe, and then give their love to them. And here again, in this tribal messiahship, the most important thing is for us to understand that we are standing on the foundation built by our two parents, created by Jesus, and the foundation of our heavenly parent, God. We are representing them. We are actually going to our hometown with the anointment of God and two parents as the Messiahs. Then we are truly sharing the love we received from God and two parents. Last week, Victor Servito gave an amazing sermon, and he shared about his experience in receiving blessing. Not only receiving blessing, getting prepared to receive the blessing, and being raised in a family to prepare himself to go to the blessing and receive that blessing of God and true parents. What is that blessing means? Blessing is we are getting anointed by God. God is telling us, true parents are telling us, I believe you. I approve you. I proclaim you as a person who can understand my heart. I understand that you understand me. God and true parents is telling us while we are receiving their blessing that you understand me. I acknowledge you as a person who understand my heart. And then they are anointing us. Go and tell the world. Go and share the world what kind of love you received from me. What kind of love you received from true parents. Go to your hometown. Go to your office. Go to your school. Go to your university. Go to your college and share the love I given to you. And share the love you received from me so that they can see me. So that people can see God in you. True parents told us they cannot be everywhere. They can't be everywhere. God cannot be physically anywhere. But God anointed us. True parents anointed us. Lord Jesus Christ anointed us. They all together anointed us and asked us, be a representative of us. Be a person for me in that university. Be a person for me in the school and share the love you received from us. Sometimes when you go and share that love, people may not really want that. Do you have experiences like that? I know all of you have experiences like that. Maybe you don't even realize. Even within our family, sometimes we have. I think my kids are going to class now. Yesterday, I had a simple experience. Once in a while, we have this kind of situation. It was kind of, Rani was here from morning to evening preparing for holiday. And me and kids came later. I think one of our child was with Rani. Then later in the evening, maybe around 7:30 or 8, close to, anyway, something around that time, we were going back. While we were leaving, somehow, they had actually, yesterday Go program, they had water balloon fight. And then my kids, after Go program finished, they pick up that. Then they were throwing balloons. And also, I think maybe not even with the balloons, they splashed water with the hose or something. They got mad on each other. Then they were unhappy. So while we were going back in the van, we had a small fight. My kids little bit fought each other. Then when we reached home, they didn't want to eat. And both of them said, we don't want to eat. Then they are laying down on the bed. Then I went to them. I went to one of them, and I sat together with them, and I kind of lay down with them. Then I got a big blow with that elbow. It was really painful. Kind of saying that, get out of bed, go away. I don't want to talk to you. Then anyway, as parents, we know it happens sometimes. Then I kind of again tried. Then I got 2-3 hard blows. Then after some time, the power went down a little bit. And then maybe in 10 minutes or something, she started crying. Then maybe that cry went on probably 5 to 10 minutes. Then after some time, everything is over. And we go through that kind of, that's just a simple thing. It happens in every family once in a while. I feel that's part of our life. It's not a big deal. I think after that, we don't really feel anything about that. This happens everywhere. Sometimes when we go to our office, when we greet somebody, they don't greet each other. They don't greet back. Then we feel, oh, why he is behaving like that? Maybe he is so angry with me. I don't want to talk to him anymore. Then if we stop talking that, it may be just finish that total relationship. Here, God is asking us, be a parent to people in your relationship. Be a parent wherever you are. What is a parent does? When it is within our own family, we know, we continue, keep trying again and again, even though our kids doesn't talk to us. If kids don't want to talk, we just try again and again until they talk to us. I believe even though they don't talk to us for weeks, we will try again. If they don't talk to us years, we will try again. And that's the real parental heart. The heart God shown to us. God tried for so many years. Our true parents tried so many years. Even though so many people want to kick out true parents, they still try and try. That is the parental heart. That's what they ask us to show to other people around us. When we go back to our hometown, if we are expecting people to greet us, that may not happen. Here in this reading, when you continue read, it says, now unless one becomes a subject partner of true love, the term parents does not apply. It says, a subject partner of true love. What does that mean? Being a subject partner of true love. Being a subject partner means always initiate. Always initiate. No matter how the object partner receive or respond or no response, again and again initiate. When we learn divine principle, I remember it's always talk about that subject and object relationship. It's initiate. We are not waiting. A parent is not waiting for the child to respond. A parent cannot do that. If we do that, we are not parents. We just keep trying. That's what we receive from God. No matter what we do, our heavenly parent is always there. Our true parents are always there. And we have to be that way to our children. Not only our physical children, the children around us, people around us. That's what the meaning of true tribal messiahship. Be a person, be a parent to people in our tribe. When we do that, one day the result will come. One day people can understand what is true love. What's real love from God and true parents. Yesterday, I had a conversation with Joy Burns. I don't know, she's here. And she came to me and we were talking about something. And one thing she shared with me, she was attending that national witnessing campaign in Hawaii for 3 weeks. And then again, she chose to stay there a little bit longer. I think almost 2 months she was there. And while she was leaving from there, not only she, there was some other people also participating that. While they were leaving, these people who they contacted, many of them made very, very good gift and given to our witnessing team. And they were surprised. Oh, why they give us gift? And they asked, oh, why did you give us gift? Then they told them this newly started new guests who were started coming to our programs. No, they never even been to church. They shared to Joey and other people that we see something special in you. We see you as something really special. We could not see, until now, we could not see anyone like you people. And you come to us, and somehow we could make very good friendship very quickly. And I believe that's because they were really bringing the divine love of true parents, the divine love of God without any kind of expectations. They were just going unconditionally, meeting and greeting and inviting them to learn principle, and no matter what they want to do. They weren't expecting them to become suddenly church members. What it was in the expectation, that could be, that can be a later some point, it can be. That's, there is no, we are not really saying no to that. But when you share that love of God to other people, they can really see there is something really original, something really genuine. And that's what really moved the heart of people. And that happened. Again, when we do that, and that's what God is asking us to do. Again, I want all of you to recognize that we may not even really need to do something big, fancy thing. Sometimes we feel like when we talk about tribal messiahship, I honestly, I felt puzzled. What is this? I could not understand what's this. We have several terms. And then I was trying to understand what is it really talking about. The place where we can understand is Father's teachings. The speeches Father is given. It's so simple. When you go back and understand, I was trying to find out from many different sources, other people's writings and everything. But the best way, when we go back to Father's own words, it's much, much easier. It's then we can see we don't really need to change our. Even sometimes we feel we are so busy, so we can't do anything. Even if we have a full-time job, or even we are doing 2 full-time jobs, still we can do this. When we understand, I am bringing two parents' love, or I am bringing God's love to them, and just do things, even regular things, with that understanding, we can change their heart. They can understand us. And the most important thing there is that we are not just making friendships there. This is not just a casual friendship, or we are not just trying to gain something from them. We are trying to close a gap between God and them. The Messiahs means people who are working, people who are between God and human beings. Here, tribal Messiah means our heavenly parent asked true parents to be the Messiah to the world. They came to us, they chose us, and they anointed us as tribal Messiahs. And then it is our role to bring God to the people into our tribe. Go to people who we are connected. And in this relationship, the important thing is that our heart should be completely with God. By holding our hand, we are almost like our position is like we are with one hand, we are holding God. Then with another hand, we are holding a person in our relationship, in our tribe, and then trying to bring them together. Bring them together. And it is not for us. Many times we can misunderstand that I'm trying to make friendship with them. I'm trying to just make my group, and so that I can control them, or I can somehow be a leader for them. I can be kind of a big person. I can say that, oh, they are my spiritual children. I witness to them. When we do that, we are misunderstanding. We are kind of totally changing the understanding of tribal messiahship. The messiahship means be a mediator and be a person closing the gap between God and people. Here in our tribe, that's the only thing we are doing. And in that, hold on to the relationship with God with one hand and your whole heart, then try to bring people to that. Look, this is the love I received. Do you want to receive this love from God? And we completely what we receive, pass on to the people in our neighborhood. Pass on to the people in our office. Pass on to people who we study with. People who, even if they don't reply back to us, no matter they never reply to us when you greet to them, keep doing that. We may feel in that today's reading, it was saying that you may feel even if you are opposed and called names, you need to love people with tears. Then you go to your family. The purpose of home church activity is to train you to love more unconditionally. Then we will be able to love our own family even more than that. And that love, wherever we are giving, give that completely. Whatever we receive, give it to other people. Then people can see, this is a special person. This person, I never meet with this kind of people. I never met such a person in my whole life. Who is that? Then they can see God in us. They can see true parents in us. That's how we are restoring our clan, restoring our tribe. That's how we will be able to become successful in tribal messiahship. And here, I was so inspired by that Pastor Thompson's program they did there. Actually, National Headquarters is encouraging us to do. I had a discussion with the Damien, and I want to do the same thing here. And I want all of us to truly revive and commit ourselves in doing the same thing. And whatever we have, whoever we are, we have in our relationship, in our neighborhood, or in our clan, our family members, or the people we are, whatever the way we are connected to, let us make a list of people and let's determine and pray for them and write down these people. I am representing God for these people. I am representing true parents for these people. Let me become a complete representative of true parents, a complete embodiment of God in front of them, so that they can see God, so that they can see true parents, so that we can create that kingdom of heaven we are talking about for thousands of years. Our true parents are completely investing themselves to establish that. Let us do that. This coming Saturday, 8:30 to 1, I want to have a revival program here to redetermine ourselves in order to reach out to the people who we are connected. Actually, we are anointed by God to reach these people around us. If we don't act, if we are not ready, there is no way God can reach to them. I'm not asking or pushing you to all of you to come on Saturday by giving up everything you have planned. It's good if you can come, but in case if you have something unavoidable, don't feel judged or don't feel worry. We can even do that later also, but it's truly amazing if you can come, and let's be really successful. And last week, when we were in that program, as one of the short-term goal, Dr. Balcom said, we want to be victorious in tribal messiahship as a church, American church. And in many countries, there were so many families who could finish that 430 families mandate we were given by heaven. But up until now in America, we could not finish that. then Dr. Balcom asked us, can you do that as a church? Then actually I wanted to shout yes, but I was still feeling, oh, I will check with my members here. Then I want to ask everyone, is everyone okay? We want to give a shout out. And back to, then I want to write to Dr. Balcom and Bishop Kim. What do you say? Are you ready? Can we do that? The first church who become successfully restored 430 families and claim that we are going to do this. We will do it, and we finish this within this year. Can we do that? Yes. Let's shout. We will do that. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes or no? Not just clap. I want your yes. Are you ready? Yes. Yeah. Wow, amazing. We will do that. And this next Saturday, what we are going to do, just like in this Hunduk reading, what it was saying, the declaration of tribal messiahship. And we are joining together and declaring that, we are writing down these names and declaring that we are tribal messiahs to these people. And I am going to invest myself to restore them, to bring your love, God, to share your love to them, God. I will do that. True parents, I'm going to be representing myself to these people around me, and today I'm going to declare myself. I'm going to write down. I'm going to receive a certificate saying that I am the tribal Messiah to these people who are connected to me. That's what we are going to do. And then from the next morning onwards, we are starting a national witnessing campaign. And that's with that true revival. Let's revive this country so that we can revive the whole world. And thank you so much, brothers and sisters. You came on this amazing, beautiful day, on this very day of 56 True Parents Day anniversary. Let's be truly, truly victorious in our tribal Messiah and home church activities. I feel we waited for so long time. We waited these speeches and everything we read now. Father was given this decades before. Let us be honest to Father. Let us be truly say yes to Father. Let us be really, really say yes to true parents so that true mother can feel healed. True mother need our support. And Father wanted to be victorious even before Father go to spirit world. Of course, in many ways, Father is absolutely victorious, but we have to bring that substantial victory while True Mother is here so that Father's heart can be healed, Jesus can be healed, and God, our heavenly parent, can be victorious heavenly parent for the entire humanity. Thank you so much. May God bless you.